I'm Rob.
I'm Jay.
This is Redneck Randomness.
Let's get serious.
We actually are going to get serious today.
I usually say let's get random.
It's a topic that is not too many people are aware of. It's sensory processing disorder or delay, SPD for short. And I mean, when you think about this, you know, you got your kids that are ADD, and they're hyper, or they don't sit still while thinking and talking. With the sensory processing delay, what happens is I've got a kid with SPD. He's actually one of my youngest. The actual youngest has sleeping seizures, frontal lobe seizures. It's kind of interesting. And they all came from me. I don't know if that's good or not, but it's not. I don't think it's hereditary. I think it's just something a gene that transformed. What sensory processing delay is a kid or an adult that has it, are their sensory is off. Like they can eat and eat and eat and not feel like they're getting full until like 5, 10, 15, as far as 30 minutes after eating, they'll still feel hungry.
Well, reading from WebMD, they don't know what the cause of
their
sensory
processing disorder is. Yeah,
it's also a form of autism.
Yeah. And that statement right. The sensory processing disorder is a condition in which the brain has trouble receiving and responding to information that comes through the senses. That's straight off. That's the first line off of WebMD's disorder. The condition is called sensory integration dysfunction as well. So SID, S-I-D.
Isn't that sudden infant death syndrome? Oh, that's SIDS.
Yeah, that's SIDS.
Sorry.
These are just some symptoms of it. They're uncoordinated. They like my son that has it. He can't jump on one foot. He just can't do it. He bumps into things a lot, and that's one of the things. I don't think he's ever had it this bad to be unable to tell where their limbs are in space. So like if he's got his hand up or whatever, he knows it's up. Although there are times where I've seen him have his hand up like this, and I'll look at him, and it's been like that for 5 minutes. And then
so it's getting there.
It's getting there. He is kind of hard to engage in conversation.
Yes, he is.
But not play. He loves to play. It's a serious thing. I'm trying to bring
light to
the whole thing, the whole sensory process. And I know people have brought autism, breast cancer, in more recent years, ADD and ADHD, ALS, but never have any. I've never heard of anybody bringing up sensory processing disorder.
They bring up autism.
Autism. This is at a lower spectrum of autism. This is
right.
There's.
But it is autism, but they never talk about this part of it.
That's They just talk about the kid is autistic. My son will fight. My son will fight anybody that he feels he wants to fight.
Yeah.
And that includes me and his mom.
Yeah.
And then when he does fight his brothers or something, he doesn't know when to stop. He'll just start punching like his older brothers, because he hardly ever does anything physical to his younger brother. It's more, he'll say something and keep saying it and keep saying it and bug the crap out of his younger brother. And he doesn't know when to stop. Even after I'm like, you need to stop, it's time to stop. You need to find yourself and settle down. He just kind of looks at me like,
Retarded.
no.
Mentally challenged.
No, he looks at me like he wants to just rip my head off when I say that kind of stuff.
Oh, he probably does.
But I guess when I was at work one day, he threw something at his mom's back. And he actually slapped her through the face hard enough to leave a bruise.
Wow.
I mean, and it's just like autistic people, they don't know their own strength. I mean, you know, when you have to physically restrain a kid because he's out of hand, throwing a temper tantrum, and you have to physically hold him there, and you feel as though that if this kid were able to touch the ground, he'd be able to carry you back on his back and go about his little business. That's, I mean, I'm serious. I'm a 200+ pound guy, and I feel as though my 60-pound boy can do that to me.
He probably could.
It's, I mean, you know, I'm trying to bring light to this, to the whole thing, and I'm hoping that this does it. I mean, when they're in school, a lot of kids, they can sit still and learn. A sensory processing disorder kid will be moving and shuffling, and he's still listening to the. Once he stops, he's no longer learning. He's done learning. Once he settles down and he's sitting there still, he's done learning. He's not taking anything in. It's the constant movement helps him focus.
Right.
So it's kind of an odd thing. And those people upstairs need to stop moving. He does have trouble relating, not necessarily to him and his younger brother. Here's a little background on them. They were born the same year. One was born in January, one was born in December. They're Irish twins, so I call them my twins. You know what I mean? I don't have actual twins, but I have Irish twins, so they're my twins. And it really, they get along quite nicely, except for when he has the 6-year-old Jacob has an outburst, and then he'll start blah 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 blah, annoying his little brother. And then when one of his big brothers tries to step in, well, that concludes that, and he starts physically fighting.
Yeah, I've seen him do it.
So it's kind of, it's one of those things that we have to bring light to, because a lot of people have brought light to other things other than SPD, you know, other than, yeah, I mean, even SIDS has made the news, but sensory processing delay just seems to be one of those things that no one really wants to talk about for whatever reason.
Well, when they talk about it, they talk about autism, and it's all encompassing, which it shouldn't be, because there's
Asperger's. Asperger's is
a form of autism.
The medical society actually says it's not, but it is.
It is.
It's because it's so low on the spectrum of autism.
Right.
They're kind of like meh.
Right.
But SPD's higher up than Asperger's is, and I mean,
it's not sexy. It's not a sexy little thing that they can put out there to bring awareness to it.
Well, and you know, there's places that put out like full body suits, compression suits, and I guess that's supposed to help the kid with their delay in the processing. Mm-hmm. But those suits are well over $500 a piece.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the whole physicality of him getting agitated, I mean, you know, it could be just a little thing that sets him off.
And don't get us wrong, we're we're not taking away light from everything else out there.
We're trying to bring light to this.
Exactly.
Not anything else, just this. So, thank you for tuning in.
And I hope you sincerely like this and enjoy this, because a lot of people do like new things being brought to light.
Huh. Well.
You know, because if you're not learning, you're dead.
So go ahead and click the like button, subscribe,
And
follow us.
definitely share this with your people on Twitter and Facebook and even Google Plus or any other social networking site you got out there. Let's see if we can get this into the light.
Out of the darkness and into the light. That's where everybody needs to be.
And thank you for watching again.
Keep it random, America.
Have a great one.